Say goodbye to the aches and pains that often come with traditional workouts. Join us in embracing a new era of exercise that prioritizes your comfort without compromising results. Chris Jenke is about to take you through an easy-to-follow workout that you'll love. Have fun.
Here with knee extension, straighten out that leg and then bend it down again, making sure the hamstrings are nice and warmed up here. Make sure to flex that ankle back down. The first part of the workout here today, we're going to do some shorter intervals here. Let's actually go ahead and switch sides already. Lift up that other leg. Up and down here. We're going for more dynamic warm-ups today. A lot of movement. Warming up the body. Today is weighted Wednesday though, so you guys who are staying for the 50-minute workout, we're going to get weights. We're going to do some weighted cardio at the end. Some fun stuff. Those of you on the preview, if you want to sign up for the full one, healthintherealworld.com, 30-day trial with that. Let's do glute bridges here, guys. Glute bridges, lift up your hips and then lower it back down. Lift up the hips and lower it back down. Good. So warming up all those muscles around the center of gravity. Hips, glutes. We're going active with these warm-ups today. We will do some stretches, but again, those stretches will be a little bit active, so it'll still release those muscles, but we'll also get everything warm for the weights as well. All right, let's go on our side. We're going to do a clamshell rotator cuff. So optional if you want to add a light weight. It's right here. Lifting up. Let's see. Lifting up the hand, keeping the elbow touching the side, and then lifting up the knee, keeping the foot touching the other foot. So a really good way to hit the shoulder and the hip at the same time here. And good, we're going to do a little stretch here. So drop the weight, make a fist with your hand, bring that to your side, let the elbow drop forward. So there's your stretch with the upper body. Now with the lower body, let's do the reverse clam. So the exact opposite of what we just did. Kind of a funny looking exercise, but if you think what we're doing is internal rotation of the shoulder, internal rotation of the hip, making sure we have that full range of motion of the shoulders and the hips here. Good, and then let's do arm circles. Last one over here on this side. Top leg forward, bottom leg back. And let's go big circles here. Getting this active warm up, making sure we're ready for weights later on. But the weights today are combining weights and core for the first part, and then weights and cardio for the second part. We're going to take a nice long ramp up before that. Switch directions. Arm circles the other way. Make sure you're breathing. Take some deep breaths. Try to breathe a little bit deeper than you normally would. Getting that oxygen ready for the workout. All right, good. Switch sides. So the Wednesday workout is usually the hardest workout of the week. The Friday is the easiest. All right, let's do clamshell rotator cuff. So yeah, today's workout typically will be the hardest of the week. Friday will be the easiest. Monday in the middle. We got clamshell, rotator cuff. All right, let's set that down. Let's go internal now. Make a fist, let the elbow drop forward. Let's go up and down with the foot, keeping the knees touching. This is rotating internal. If you're having a hard time with that, don't force it. Little by little, as the shoulder gets more flexible, your elbow will be able to go further forward. But it's not It doesn't really matter how far forward it goes. It's really more about releasing that tension so that we can have healthy shoulders. All right, top leg forward. Let's do arm circles here, arm circles. Rotate all the way back behind you, so allowing the spine to twist as you come up and over. 10 more seconds, and then we'll switch directions. Good. Switch directions. Same arm, other direction. We have 15 seconds remaining in the shoulder. Up next, we're going to get the hamstrings and the spine. We'll be in a seated position with our legs out in front in 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come on up, seated. Legs out in front. All right, so again, we're going a little bit active here. Not super intense, but just a little bit of movement. We're leaning forward toward the toes. Hold that for just a few seconds, and then slide the hands back, reach them behind you, and then use the hands to push into the floor, arch the back, right there. Puff up the chest. Now we're doing the opposite. We're rounding the spine forward, reaching forward. So it is active, but it's not fast, right? We're going very slow. We're warming up the spine, arch the back, and round the back. And you'll notice it should get a little bit easier each time you lean forward, a little bit easier to touch the toes or maybe get closer to the toes. We're just making sure that the back relaxes so that you have that range of motion. So whenever you're doing flexibility, it's a very subtle distinction, but you're not trying to reach as far as you can. You're trying to let everything relax, and that relaxation is what allows you to reach as far as you can. So little distinction there. 10 seconds, 10 seconds. And rest. Let's go face down. We're going to do a quad stretch. And again, we're going to make this one a little bit active. So grab onto the foot, and we're going to do pulses. Imagine like you're trying to straighten your knee, right? Look at, I'm trying to straighten my knee, but my hand is stopping me. My arm is stopping me. And you're going to pulse for a second and then release. Pulse for a second and then release. As if you're trying to straighten out your legs, but that grip on your hand is stopping you right there. Good. Try to straighten the leg, release. Try to straighten and release. Good. Now we're going to release the hand and do circles right here, hamstring circles. And we're going to do 30 seconds each direction. So nice and easy. Again, it is active. There is movement, but it's not intense. It's still very basic. Should still be very relaxing. And we can still classify this as a stretch. So don't go crazy with this. We're still in the first 10 minutes here. Go ahead and switch directions. Same leg, other direction. Good. We have 15 seconds remaining, and then we will switch to the other side. So the theme of today so far is getting those active stretches to release the tension in the muscles, making sure we're ready for the weights. All right, guys, let's go ahead and switch to the other leg. Again, we're going to do the pulses first. Grab onto the leg. Imagine like you're trying to straighten out the leg just for a second, and then stretch. Straighten out and stretch. Good. And pull. Good. Okay, and release. Let's do hamstring circles. Circling around here. Loosening up the quad, the knee, the hip, and then the hamstring is doing this work. So active warm up here. Nothing crazy yet, but this is getting us a little bit ready for the weightlifting later on in the workout. Today will be the hardest workout of the week as far as intensity, and then you can add even more, obviously, during the weights by adding more dumbbell weight. All right, let's switch directions. Switch directions. Good big circles the other direction. If you guys are joining us live, welcome to the preview. This is a 10-minute preview of the class. If you want to join the full class, try it out free for a month, healthintherealworld.com, and join us in there. All right, we're going back to the spine now, guys. Put the hands down next to the shoulders. Again, we're only 10 minutes in, 12 minutes in, so we're keeping it light. We're going to bend the hips and the knees, bring it back into a child's pose. Have a seat in the child's pose, and then bring the hips in between the hands. So it's a full extension, and then it's a full flexion. Full extension, and then a full flexion all the way back. For 20 more seconds. All right, good. Next one's going to loosen up the hips a little bit. Let's get from the knees right here. So two choices, though. This one's going to be a little easier right here if you're in that 90-degree angle with the hips. If you want to make it a little harder, bring the feet back and the knees back right here. Either way, we're going to bring one leg forward like this and then bring it back. Switch, bring the other one, and then bring it back. So it's kind of like mountain climbers, but it's more of a warm-up, full range of motion, getting active here, waking everything up. So if you have any type of back pain, doing exercises like this is the #1 way just to get everything moving properly, making sure that that muscle tension, muscle stiffness starts to go away. Now, let's go ahead and lie down on our backs, All right, back to basics here. Let's cross one ankle over the other knee. We're going to rotate down until the bottom of the foot touches the floor, and then bring it back up. So all the way down, foot to the floor, and back up. Down and up. Good. Okay, next time down, we're going to hold it down. So rotate down, touch the foot to the floor, and hold. This top knee we're pushing away. Use the muscles of your hip to push it away. Try to relax. Good. Rotate out of it and switch sides. Cross the ankle over the knee. We're rotating down and back up. All the way down and up. Good. Touch the foot to the floor and then bring it back up. Just like all the other exercises, we're in the active stretch. Now we'll go passive again. Let's rotate down and hold. Push this top knee away. A few deep breaths here. Make it feel good. You might feel that stretch in the hip, the lower back, the leg. You might even feel it up in the shoulder. A lot of different places here. All right, now we're gonna make this next exercise a little bit longer. This is a nice stretch. So let's lie down on our side, 90-90 with the leg, so 90 at the hips and the knees. Bring that top arm up and over, upper spinal floor twist. If you want, you can use a weight. So I'll take a light weight here and bring it up and over. That weight will just help to twist all the way over. If your hand touches the floor, just lift it up like an inch or so, just so that the weight of your arm allows your spine to twist. This one should feel very nice. Only grab a weight if you've been doing this for a while and you know your body's ready for it. Halfway done, 30 seconds, and then we will switch sides. And then if it feels good, turn your head. Get that nice neck stretch so you're getting that full 180-degree rotation with the spine. But if your neck is tight, don't force it. Just let it be where it is. Take what the body will give you, and then little by little, it'll start giving you more. So the goal here is just to be where you are, and then that flexibility will gradually increase as your back trusts you a little bit more. Let's go ahead and switch sides. All right, on our side, 90-90 with the knees and the hips. Take that weight if you're using it, or just your hand if you're not. All the way up and over. This is the one where a lot of people get that chiropractic adjustment, that self-chiropractic. We're not trying to necessarily crack the back, but a lot of times that will happen just because this is a pretty big range of motion here. What we are trying to do, though, is relax the muscles. So we're not trying to force anything. We're not trying to get to a certain range of motion. It's better to have a smaller range of motion but have your muscles relaxed than it is to try to force a range of motion. Because if you force it, your muscles are going to tighten up, which is going to eventually cause you actually less range of motion. So no forcing, just relax. And breathe. And close it up. Good. All right, so let's go hands and knees. We'll get into some cats and dogs. Cats and dogs. So right here, let the abdomen drop down here, and then squeeze the abs. Lift up the spine. Full range of motion there, all the way up, all the way down. Try to coordinate this with your breathing. So as you inhale, breathe in, let the abdomen drop. Breathe out, lift the spine up toward the ceiling. Those of you joining us live on the preview, thanks for coming in. Again, join us on Friday for the 10-minute preview or the full class, healthintherealworld.com. Thanks again. See you next time. All right, guys, we're going to start getting into some core, but today we're doing a lot of core without your typical crunches or anything like that. So we're going to start here, hands and knees, elbow curls right here. So knuckles to your temple, bring one elbow in, and then all the way up right here. So all the way down and all the way up. Good. Nice. So we're going a full minute